there is a new protocol in the area that you may or may not have heard before, and it might be joining the big league with the big dogs here in DeFi. We already covered GMX and G-Trade. We talked about the real yield that you can get out of these protocols, but now this new protocol might be here to take them both from the podium. Let's talk about that. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today, as you may have seen from the title, we're going to be covering Kwenta. We're going to be talking about what Kwenta is, what it has to offer, how does it compare to GMX, to G-Trade, or what we have right now in the market, and if it is a good idea for you to join, like you could, for example, for GMX, for you to stake the GOP token, or with Gains Network for you to stake their tokens to get part of the fees collected from the protocol. So does it make sense? Is it worth it? We are going to be talking about that in today's video. So let's jump right into it. Right out of the gate, we already have a better looking protocol than GMX, if I'm being honest. It might be compared UI wise and how it looks. I think it looks pretty neat. We can compare that to the UI from G-Trade. So the website is very clean, is very easy to understand if you're already used to futures, if you're already used to these sort of protocols. I like the color palette, to be honest. It is something that was catching my eye. So personally, I enjoy the aesthetics, and already comparing it to GMX, it has way more tokens, way more markets for you to choose from. You can see right here, we have the Euro, we have gold, you have Doge, you have the YDX, Arbitrum even. So a lot more to choose from if we compare that, for example, with GMX. Of course, G-Trade has tons more, so it stays between the two leaders of the market right now. So in this aspect, it does beat GMX, but it doesn't beat Gains when we are talking about this. But if you take a closer look right here at the top, we have an options tab. Well, isn't that interesting? That is the first protocol that offers these derivatives. Usually a derivatives protocol either goes for futures or perpetuals, and then there are options protocols. It is very, very hard to see a derivatives protocol that covers all of these three together. But Kwenta does that, or does it? Well, if you click right here, you will see that it doesn't really have options. Well, since Kwenta is built on top of synthetics, which is already another protocol, it uses the markets from synthetics. It uses the pairs, the liquidity from synthetics. So instead of using USDC, you use SUSD. So Kwenta partnered up with Lira because Lira is also built on top of synthetics, and they decided to offer an integration with Lira from Kwenta. Well, I'm not sure if this bypasses the geo block that Lira has for US users. So if you know this information, or you are from the US and you tried it out via Kwenta, let me know. Is this a mechanism for Lira users to access the UI from Lira by using Kwenta, or is this just an integration that you could simply go to Lira instead than going right here? So what this means is that Kwenta just offers the futures, and then the options, they just integrate with Lira. So you're not providing liquidity to Lira, and you're not getting more liquidity to Lira itself. They're two separate entities, and they just joined forces to create this integration for Kwenta, which I think it is very, very good, especially if Kwenta is indeed removing that geolocation for the United States users or whatever other country that is geolocked by Lira. So let's look at what actually matters for us, which is the staking. Once you get right here to the staking tab, which you can find by going to dashboard right here and staking, you can see that we have some very high numbers, and actually really good numbers. By staking the Kwenta token, you get 53.46% annual percentage rate. So APR, not APY, meaning that you can compound that to get even more return on your capital. So what does this mean? Well, just like with GMX, just like with Gains, you can provide liquidity by staking the Kwenta token, and you are going to be collector. You're going to be collecting part of these fees. You're going to be getting a return on your investment by depositing the Kwenta tokens here. So talking about fees, you are only going to get fees, but we actually can see this better right here. Staked Kwenta will gain voting power first, so it is really good if you are into the DAO aspect of a protocol, but it will also earn the inflationary rewards. So these rewards from the inflation of the Kwenta token is what you're gonna be getting from the protocol. So if you go back right here, 53.46%, again, this is APR, not APY, so you can still compound that to get more. It is a very good return on investment on your money. So this is right here is the fee structure that we have for the exchange if you're making a trade, but also stakers that want to trade, they have a kind of like a rebate of 5% on the inflationary rewards as well. So this is really good if you are both a staker but also a trader, because you won't be competing against yourself like you would do, for example, in GMX. Because GMX, you collect the trades fees. So if you are a staker, you want traders to lose. But if you are both a trader and a staker, if you win, you're actually going to be receiving less rewards from the staking side. But if you lose, you're going to be actually getting money back to yourself via the GMX, via the stake, via the fees and liquidations that happened. So it is a little bit weird with GMX, but this doesn't happen here with Kwenta. So Kwenta has these very cool features right here. And we can see by these statistics that we have loads of volume the last month. The token right now is very, very high, is almost close to all-time highs. But if we look at the tokenomics, for example, we have a very small circulating supply. We have only 63,000 Kwenta tokens, with the total supply being 571,000 tokens. So you can see that most of these tokens are staked. They are staked right now. And we also have some that are in the LP and some that are in wallets, so not staked at all. So I think these tokenomics look really good. Of course, you can see for yourself. The links are going to be in the description. You can see that the distribution, the staking rewards keep going up, of course, because of the inflation of the token itself. So overall, the mechanics of Kwenta are very interesting for both the trader and the staker, and also for the hybrid people that are both stakers and are both traders, because the interest is not going to be colliding with yourself. So in other statistics, we can see that the monthly volume total is 2 billion, 2.5 billion almost in trading volume. This is, of course, considering everything. Here we also have the total margin, the fees collected from these trades, and it is 19 million, a little bit over 19 million. This is total, so this is not for the month. This is total since the beginning of Kwenta, which I think is really, really significant. So Kwenta for me is very interesting as a protocol. Of course, it got my attention when it had that options feature. I thought it was going to be something built on Kwenta, maybe on top of synthetics, just like Lira, but it just interacts with the Lira UI, the Lira interface. It's just a collaboration between these two protocols. But still, we know that it grew a lot in market share since the beginning, since it was launched. So there's a lot of people that believe that Kwenta will flip eventually GMX and gains in market cap. So right now the market cap is still very, very little. I just showed that to you in the analytics before. But if they do continue to add more tokens or have more features compared to GMX, for example, which is the big dog right now, I think eventually it will make sense for people who bought early in the Kwenta token. Right now it is a little bit high. Again, we're closer to all-time highs now, so I don't think it will be very smart for you to speculate on the token. Maybe if you want to get some yield from the staking mechanism, it might be worth for you to take a look, but not so far if you're speculating in the token itself for you to profit from growth in market cap, growth in price of the token itself. So if you are interested, make sure to do your own research, understand a little bit better how the token works, on the idea, on the projection for the market cap in the future. I do believe Kwenta will be a very renowned and a very well-known name in the future. But I want to know from you, what do you guys think about Kwenta? Is that something that you have used? What is your feedback on Kwenta so far? Comment down below. Let's have a little chat right here in the comments. I always reply to everyone, so make sure to comment down below. And also, if you haven't already, take 1 second. I'm just asking for 1 second of your time for you to scroll down, like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications of the video so YouTube recommends you and lets you know when I post new videos here on the channel. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.